Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Crafternoon tea. So today we're going to do a sort of mosaic style picture. What I've done is I've drawn a picture of a flower just on a piece of card, and then I've cut up, I had loads of like scrap bits of paper. So what I've done is I've cut them into all different squares and rectangles and stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be a perfect mosaic picture, but we're just sort of going to play around with layering and getting creative and having a bit of fun. So all you're going to need is some scrap bits of coloured paper or card or whatever you've got laying around the house. And you know, you can make these into cards, you can make them into pictures, you can just enjoy the process. It's entirely up to you what you want to use them for. All I'm going to use is a bit of PVA and away we go. So let's get started. So if you're not confident drawing your own, maybe you can find one on the internet. There's lots of templates out there. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to put some glue down and I'm going to start sticking. So because they're squares, you know, I can sort of layer them, or it's really nice because my paper's all different patterns on them, so it's going to have a real nice sort of texture to them. So as you can see, I've started to overlap mine instead. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. You can go for traditional mosaics, you can make like quite a square blocky picture, or you can do what I'm doing and just get layering with all different types of paper. So the trick is not to have too much glue, otherwise your paper will just buckle. So I pre-cut them, that can take quite a while. If you've got a paper trimmer, that's really handy. But if not, I did all mine sort of by hand with some scissors. Doesn't have to be perfect when you're cutting them either, because I think the different types of shapes are better. I'm just going over the top of some of them just to flatten them down and secure them, because I'm being quite rough with how I'm doing them. So So I've already got the centre of my flower done. There we go, probably one more will do it. And you can see we've already started to take some good shape. So next I'm going to do the stalk. So let's start here, let's get this bit out of the way. I need a long skinny bit, but if your paper doesn't, you know, if you think it's not going to be the right fit, just cut it down or just layer it. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. You know, you can go over like that and then just layer it afterwards, but for this bit I'm just going to cut some. Okay. So you can use this a bit further down, I'm sure it will come in handy. It's just a really nice process. You can get lost in this for a good, you know, few hours. You can make your designs more complicated, you can make them quite basic. It's really entirely up to you. It's just a really nice process to go through. So just keep sticking all the way around. And let's get creative. So you can see my flower's already sort of starting to take some shape, getting its colour down. And it's perfect use for that bit of paper that you've had laying around, you're not really sure what to do with it, or a bit of card and you think that would be a good craft one day. So just keep sticking. Ooh. Good thing with PVA is it doesn't dry quickly, so you can move it if you feel like you've made a mistake, if it didn't go exactly where you want it. Perfect, so we've already got the centre of our flower and the stems. I'll give you a close-up so you can sort of see. So it's just quite layered, but like I said, you can make it quite textured if you like, or you can make it really blocky like a proper mosaic as well. So now I'm going to move on to the petals of my flowers. So they're quite chunky. So again, I'm just going to go and get a stick in. Get some colour onto the page. I use a paintbrush for my glue, but you can use a little spatula or whatever you've got around the house. You can use a glue stick, you don't have to use PVA. So just keep layering up. A bit more glue, and we've got another petal done. Like so. I'm going to do a little bit of blue now so you can see the sky as well. So I'm just going to put So because I've got a little point here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a triangle. You don't have to start with squares even for your piece. You could cut them into triangles or circles or whatever you wanted really. So just keep sticking, getting your little tiles down, build your texture up. Let's find some little pieces, that'll be handy. That's it. God, that's a very retro print, isn't it? And as you can see, it's really starting to come together now. So. So just keep placing your tiles, make sure everything's covered, you don't want to have any gaps. And just work your way around. Let's do a bit of yellow now so you can sort of see it all coming together. So go all the way around, fill in all your sections, make sure that you don't have any white spaces, and just keep adding bits of paper, layering it up whichever way. Cut them down if you need to. What I really like is the different patterns on this paper, because I think it adds to the collage. So I'm just going to move on to another petal now. Just keep covering the paper. So, join me in a few seconds and I'll show you the finished piece. Bye for now. So welcome back, and here's the finished piece. So as you can see, I'll sort of do a span. I've covered most of the page. We've got this lovely sort of mosaic effect, collage-y style. So have a go yourself, enjoy it, enjoy the process as well, and I'll see you again next week for another Crafternoon tea. Bye for now.